And we are here at the Z-Plex once again for day one of the Lone Star Alliance Conference Championships and Tournament. My name is Matthew Bryce. Jim Dixon, he is on the call with the elite color commentary and breakdown of the X's and O's of the beautiful game known as lacrosse. Game 2 coming up here at Field 1. Drury and Missouri State. They're going to lock horns. These two teams separated by literally a few minutes. They are both located out of Springfield, Missouri, just down the street from one another. But they came down here to beautiful Melissa, Texas for conference play, for conference tournament play, Jim. And, Jim, these two teams have met already this year. I believe Drury has a loss to Missouri State, correct?
They do, and it was a tight one back on the 17th, right after we all had our bloodletting to the IRS. And it was a 7-9 loss to Missouri State. And this is obviously a divisional lockup, and just because of the seeding, that's how it worked out. But we'll see how this thing shakes out. It looks like a very good matchup. No Missouri State very well. We've been
For Drury, that is Isaac Santiago, number 26. And for Missouri State, number 24, Keegan Clark. These two fogos, they're going to lock horns, and they're going to get us underway. The goalies between the pipes. Number 3, Sam Siebert for Missouri State. And for Drury, we got number 3, Aiden Hagen, a sophomore. And Santiago back. But nonetheless, Missouri State controlling and on the move as they whip it around. It's number 37, Zach Logan, with control. He's going to get it to his guy, number 14, Carson Ebert.
Yeah, Missouri State, as far as the face-off, they're more than happy to muck it up, let these poles come in off the wings and settle things, and it's worked well for them this season. Get a lot of ground balls off the face-off.
And there's Marshall Swope whipping that one just wide of the net. And Swope, the big man wearing number 11. And then there's number 30, Amari Horn. Swope back with it, controlling. And he wants to get back towards the net. He wants to get another. There's Swope. Swope whipping that one by the goalie for Drury, putting Missouri State on the board 1-0.
Yeah, Swope came off the wing. Drury laid on the slide, and that opened up for Swope. Didn't really even have to fight to get his hands free and just popped that in the lower corner there.
And Swope had some heat behind that.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of running downhill into the goal face.
Yes, sir. And now we got a new face-off man for Drury. That's Avian West, the freshman, 5'10 freshman. Going to do battle again with Keegan Clark. And Clark winning that one on the move, getting it down to his guy. And Carson Ebert. Ebert, the big guy, looks to stand about 6'5", 6'6", and he's not a slender, tall guy either.
No, he's girthy.
Yes, sir, very stout, not missing leg day. And there's Amari. Amari gotten that one in the goal. Missouri State up 2-0.
Yeah, Hagen came out, slowed the ball, didn't get it solid in his stick, and it trickled back in and just past the goal line. And that's all it takes. Hagen came back to brush that out, but it was already, the damage was done.
There was nothing he could do about it. And Amari Horn with a goal apiece. Him and Marshall Swope.
Jet Rollins quick back on the pickup from the wing and getting the field turned around for the Missouri State Bears to roll through X.
And Missouri State on the move again. And trying to fit that one in as number 88, Jet Rollins. And Rollins active early for Missouri State. 2-0 here on Game One Sports Network. Just in case you just tuned in, Missouri State taking a 2-0 lead early over Drury. My name is Matthew Bryce. That is Jim Dixon. We say thank you for tuning in on this beautiful afternoon here at the Z-Plex in Melissa, Texas.
Now, Matthew, both these squads came down, and I mean they've probably been enjoying some cooler weather in Missouri, and you got to wonder if conditioning is going to be an effect here with it being close to 80.
I think they'll be okay as long as the wind keeps blowing. Avian West getting a shot on goal there for Drury. And here comes Drury again. But Missouri State playing some good defense. Guys active for the Bears. That was number 17, Drew Whitner, getting in on the action for the Bears. As they go and they set up the offense, Swope controlling, getting it back to Horn, number 30. And Horn on his horse, back towards the net, trying to get it to his guy. That was 19, Ian Anderson. Anderson could not control. But
Cole with a nice little pickup out here on the edge here to start it back up, get these guys resettled.
Number 16, Tyler Cole. Active. And then that time, that was number 37, Zach Logan, trying to fit one in. But nothing doing. And Drury is going to come back with it. And Missouri State now back with control. As the Bears, they want to build on this 2-0 lead. Marshall Swope, the first goal scored. Amari Horn scored another one right after that. And Horn with control.
Yeah, Missouri State's kind of a trademark of their program is to come out and just jump on people early. They also do a great job about testing themselves, challenging with a lot of upscale talent. You know, like St. Thomas and Minnesota Duluth.
And Swope was looking for another one. Ian Anderson dialing up some heat.
Hagen with a nice little stick save there, just unable to settle it. He turned around, went around to get it, and it was already back in play with Missouri State.
And here comes Horn. And Logan gives him a screen. Horn whipping that one by the Drury goalie for another goal. That's goal number 2 for Horn.
Yeah, Amar Horn came back in, found himself in that lane, just had to a little spin to get loose of his man, and then had Hagen connected with the inside pipe, went outside on him, and just on that glide across was enough to open up space for him to pop that in the net.
And Amari Horn giving Missouri State a 3-0 lead here in this first period. Santiago trying to control for Drury, cannot get a handle on it. Santiago had it momentarily, got it back, whipped away from him. That's Blake Seifert of Missouri State getting in on the action, number 12 for Missouri State. And here come the Bears.
Yeah, Missouri State does a great job about seeing guys scramble, opening up in lanes, kind of turning the field on its edge, and providing opportunity for these outlets.
And Missouri State with some great ball movement. Zach Logan almost had a goal right there.
Aiden Hagen with an outstanding stop there to come out. You got to like that. He keyed up on that lane, came out, made that little step to stop, and was able to settle it at his feet.
Hagen shutting him down on the front door. It could have easily been 4-0 just that quick. Just Jed Holiday, number 7. Missouri State in the game. And Carson Ebert, number 14. Getting it to Tyler Cole. St. Louis for Missouri State, shutting it down.
Yeah, Siebert just right in the middle of the pipes, and just that little step out was enough to cut the angle and get it where he could settle it.
But Drury coming back with a shot to get something on the board. They want to take advantage. And they will need something right now as they work things around. Working themselves at 4 shot and a goal. Drury getting on the board. Avian West, number 1, getting in on the action for Drury.
Yeah, a little conversation late on whether there was a crease violation, but obviously pushed into the goal face.
Yes, sir. Avian West, welcome to the tournament. Making the score 3-1 in favor of Missouri State. But Drury not out of it. And we get back to action at the X. And Santiago.
Yeah, Santiago not clean on the ground ball, but effective because they got possession.
Absolutely, and that's all you need right there. And that's number 22, Nathan Reichard, trying to get a shot in. But he's going to have to work for it. And some physicality for the Missouri State defense. And there goes Missouri State right back with it. With Drury making them work for it.
Yeah, Santiago with a nice little check there to force Missouri State out of bounds.
Jake Lyons, number 24, the big man with control for Drury. And Lyons, a junior. And there's a shot. Nothing doing. Patrick Labutis. Just missing. Had an opportunity right there in front of the net. And Drury with it again. Caleb Limpert. Nothing doing. Had an opportunity. And Missouri State with it again.
Yeah, Drury, great job on pressure defense to shut the lane down with the pole. Shutting that pass lane down, and they benefited from it.
And these two teams playing one another just like they are familiar with each other, as we expected. As we talk about these two teams, both from Springfield, Missouri, down the road from one another. And here comes Drury with an opportunity as they want to work around the net, set something up. Santiago with control, and Santiago on the move and kicked away and saved. Fantastic save from Siebert.
Yeah, Siebert with a nice little step up right across his face, and I think that caught some grill on the way by.
And Missouri State with an opportunity of a fast break. Carson Ebert with it. Carson Ebert getting it to the goal and nothing doing.
Yeah, Aiden Hoggins set up low right in the center of the pipes, read it right through, rised up with that, and then nice little conversion from Drury to put that in the goal on the offensive zone.
And Nathan Reichhardt got loose on the fast break, got it between the pipes, bringing the score to 3-2 in favor of Missouri State. Very beautifully executed fast break. As Nathan Reichhardt got on the move early, got a good pass, and got it in. And here comes Drury again. Reichhardt again. He's got it again on the move. Feeds it off the top pole. Avian West had a chance at another goal. Couldn't get home.
Nice little pressure put away from
Goal number 1 for Anderson today. As we have already had an entertaining first period. Missouri State leading Drury 4-2. Drury controlling out of the faceoff. And Drury looking to get that last goal that they gave up back.
Well, you can see Missouri State's going to play defense the full field. These attackmen, they know their responsibilities to pressure the ball on transition, and you saw that with Ebert playing up to the midline.
Definitely going to have to work for it against Missouri State. They seem to be a very disciplined team. Giving up one on the fast break so far, but that was more of a credit to Drury. And there goes Swope. Swope on the move, getting it to Ebert.
Missouri State's going to resettle up here at the top.
Tyler Cole with it. Winds up and just wide of the net to the left. Missouri State with another opportunity. As they look to get back in, they want to extend their lead. leading 4-2 momentarily. And there's Amari Horn with a goal already today. And they get Horn for some extracurriculars. And they're gonna make Horn sit down actually. Ref is gonna come over and make the call. And they actually got a delay of game. That's number 37, Zach Logan. 30 seconds on the delay. Drury goes up a man. Let's see if Drury can take advantage. West controlling. Got it over to Treptow. Treptow got it around, and Reichard, who scored the last Drury goal.
You got a minute left, right? Come down, Rum. 4:19.
And that was a short-handed goal.
Yes, very true.
Drury was up on the power play. And Missouri State.
Go get one.
Camden Slade was the fogo that time for Missouri State.
Nice little check there from Whitner.
And Drew Whitner, the big man, another big man from Missouri State. Getting it over to Rollins. Rollins going to control a fast-moving first period as we are about less than a minute to go. Missouri State leading 5-2 and looking to get more before the period ends. And we got a penalty. It's going to be on Drury. There's a goal. Whipping it in. Number 37, Zach Logan.
Yeah, Logan set up, found that lane, went low to low on that inside near corner. Tough to answer that.
Nothing you can do about it if you're the goalie. Just got to tip your hat to him and say, great shot. And Carson got number 24 on the X for Missouri State. It's Keegan Clark doing battle with Isaac Santiago. Clark winning. And Missouri State continues to get on the move. They want to stay hot. Jed Holliday, number 7 in the game. There's Horn. And Horn looking to set up for a goal. Logan scoring the last one for Missouri State, and Horn taking a shot, but wide.
Yeah, Horn had that lane close up on him late from Drury, a nice little defensive play from them.
And there is your end of the first period here at the LSA Lacrosse Conference Tournament. Missouri State 5, Drury
We lost it there for 2 minutes.
It was nice when we had that cloud coverage, though.
Oh, yeah, that was real nice. That temperature drop.
It's like 2.5 seconds. I was like,
I like the Roscoe looking, right? First time
right
down ball.
overhead right now.
Got it.
Right at it. I don't know how y'all are doing that.
It's not easy.
He's gone right on you guys every single time.
Last year they had a whole canopy for y'all. They had I know.
So here's the deal with the 10. The 10 is at my house. I wasn't told that I need to bring. Yeah, it's at my house.
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Family!
I think Coop's taking first base. Coop.
So my bad, y'all.
Last year they took a little spot up where y'all can
Keith had a half full, but I have shot clock.
Back here at the Z-Plex and Melissa, where we start the second period here at Game On Sports Network. Missouri State and Drury locking horns. Missouri State with a 5-2 lead. Avian West and Nathan Reichard getting on the board for Drury. Amari Horn with 2 goals to lead Missouri State. Marshall Swope with 1. And then you have Zach Logan, Ian Anderson, and Blake Seifert all pitching in with 1 apiece as we go to the X. To face this one
Drury's
out.
kind of switching it up on the face-off, see if they can get an advantage.
That was Cooper Treptow that time in as the foe goal. And
All I know is don't go down on these Drury guys. They will assault you if you have the ball.
you know that's the way it seems. They play
They play rough.
they do have an edge to them. Can't fault them for that.
No.
I mean, lacrosse is a very physical game, so it is what it is. And Drury will control. Caleb Limpert, number 6. And Drury, they want to cut into this 5-2 lead. They want to keep it as close as possible.
Well, Matthew, there is no safe lead in lacrosse.
No, there is not.
We saw that last game.
Absolutely.
It was still in question.
Up until about a minute and a half left, I would say.
So you can maximize possession time and minimize clock time. It's still in jeopardy.
And I think we're going to get back to play right now. That's Caleb Limpert, number 6, working his way toward the net and trying to get a shot off. He did, but it was wide. And they're going to say possession, Drury. Jake Lyons. He's got control, and he's going to bring it in. Number 15, Matthew Zimmerman in the game for Missouri State. Zimmerman been physical early on. West on the move for Drury. Getting back toward the net. West with a goal. Avian West with goal number 2 for Drury. With the quick trigger. Cutting the lead to 5-3 courtesy of Missouri State. Jim?
Yeah, West drifted along through that alley and just found that thing opening up for him. He went backside as Siebert drifted along with him. Siebert drifted out, opening up that backside. He took advantage of it because his hands were free.
And West with the quick trigger, the very quick trigger. Firing that one in for Drury, keeping things close. Drury not going away. And there's Camden Slade of Missouri State on the move. And he's going to sub out. In comes Amari Horn.
Tried it.
Rollins out.
Carry over. Go. Throw.
And Horn on the move. Also subbing back in is Marshall Swope.
Help out.
And on the move and whipping it toward the net. High side of the goalie left. Tyler Cole.
I'm sitting here looking through Chain Link and a photographer, and I saw that thing open up. And as soon as his defender drifted off his hands, he unloaded that thing.
And unload is an understatement because he fired it up right away and makes the lead now for Missouri State 7-3. And we got to give a shout out to the DJ. I don't know who the DJ is, but he has been fantastic today. And there's a shot. Nothing doing. Drury had an opportunity at that. Missouri State shutting it down.
Yeah, Limpert was loose on it. Kind of felt himself coming into the crease, and went, by the time he dumped it, he was in front of the pipe.
And Avian West with the hat trick for Drury.
Yeah, West wide open, nobody on him. The Missouri State defense was settling, and that was one-on-one. And if you're a goalie, you're going to lose that 99% of the time.
Nothing you can do about it. You find yourself in no man's land, and 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of the 10, the man with the ball, he's going to win. Nothing you can do about it.
You know, back there, as soon as you don't have anybody on you, your hands are free. You can work the eye game with the goalie, and look down low. He goes low. You go high.
Refs having a conversation with the two guys, the two Fogos. It's Isaac Santiago, number 26 of Drury. He's back in. And Camden Slade. Missouri State switching it up on the Fogo this time.
Take that lunch money, boy. Yup. Easy pickings. Slow, he's slow.
Santiago on the move.
Get open, Brock.
Drury sets it up. Oh, they had an opportunity. Colin Mezia LaRue was sitting right there in front of the net. Santiago trying to get it to him just a little bit high. They turn it over. Missouri State with it.
Yeah,
Again.
they were trying to beat the defense down, see if they could get another quick goal. Good risk.
Set up perfectly in front of Sam Siebert. And here comes Jed Holliday. Just wide right and high of the net. Holliday also listed as one of the goalies for Missouri State. Looks like he does everything. Drury trying to get one more shorty onto the field.
You're on the run on that. I'd still like to see you opt off, go back through X, get the offense set up, rather than the quick score.
Ebert, number 14, on the move.
Hey, we were on our half, sir, right?
And possession, Missouri State. And Amari Horn. Already with a goal today. 2 goals today for Missouri State. And they want to get more. And Missouri State getting that one in. And on the scoreboard again, making it 8-3.
Well, that goal and the goal opening at that angle was no wider than the ball. You had to be very precise.
Absolutely. And that was Ian Anderson with goal number 2. Getting it done for Missouri State. 8-3 now. Keegan Clark back in as the Fogo. Santiago still in. Missouri State bench clamoring and
Santiago, you can't restrain your opponent from ball, and he had pushed his Missouri State opponent well past that and was restraining him.
Jet Rollins, number 88, with some activity.
60 seconds.
And here comes Missouri State back at it. Marshall Swope. Missouri State continue to work something. Horn giving a screen. Zach Logan, number 37. Wearing that number of Doak Walker, the legendary Doak Walker. Missouri State getting another one in. Ian Anderson with the hat trick.
Yeah, Anderson with a nice little scrape, backhanded scrape right there on the goal face.
9-4. Courtesy of Missouri State, Drury does have 4 goals. Ian Anderson with a hat trick for Missouri State. Blake Seifert with 1. Zach Logan, Tyler Cole, and Ryan Swope each with 1 apiece. Amari Horn with 2 goals. 3 goals for Avian West for Drury, the hat trick. And the other goal scored by Nathan Reichard to give Drury 4. As we do have a quick timeout. And we will return to Game On Sports Network in just a moment.
Run through a check, run through a ground ball. The ball is going to be in your stick no matter if you get hit or you don't. The ball is staying in your stick if you run. Just fucking take the hit, stop being soft.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family.
Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go. Still our game.
So take the next LSM run.
Yeah, Drew. Yeah, Keegan.
Okay.
And Avian West, the Fogo this time, as Drury continued, as they switched it up that time. Matching up with Keegan Clark. West wins that Fogo matchup. Missouri State leading Drury 9-4. Nathan Reichard, number 22 in the game. There's Avian West right now. He already has a hat trick. Came into the game with 22 goals scored for Drury, making it 25 today. Came in 9 games played. This is his 10th of the year. Had an opportunity right there as Caleb Limpert tried to set him up in front of the net. And there goes Missouri State on the run again. Ian Anderson also has a hat trick for Missouri State. Getting it over to his guy, Carson Ebert.
Yeah, Missouri State has no qualms about playing the whole field. They'll play tight on the sideline, and you saw that on that ground ball pickup. They'll just roll in, find a pass lane and dump it off.
A very aggressive Missouri State team. And they just got Logan, I think, for an illegal screen. Number 20, Liam Drummond, making an appearance for Missouri State as well. Missouri State playing a number of guys today already. But Santiago fires up a heater, but he's just wide of the net for Drury.
Again, no real lane to shoot in. That was the only spot where the ball was going to go with the lane closure, and Missouri State playing D, and those guys extend the poles out, shut down the lane, obstruct you. They make you work out on the perimeter.
Drew Whitner in the game for Missouri State. Once again, Santiago trying to set himself up for a goal. Tyler Cole making him work for it. Santiago getting it back to his guy, just wide of the net. Richard Bizant. Richard Bison.
Yeah, and that was the shot you want. He just drifted a little bit wide on that. The Drury bench was really expecting that thing to drain.
Patrick Labutis firing him up, and followed by Caleb Limpert.
Yeah, Limpert got the rejected ground ball, or the rejected save. And again, nice stop of the goal, but if you don't get it in your net and disseminate the clear, all you're doing is extending the possession, and that's where Drury took advantage.
And Caleb Limpert bringing the score to 9-5, courtesy of Missouri State. And Limpert, 6 games, this is his 7th game played this year. That's his 8th goal of the season. He came in with 7 goals scored on the year. As we head back to the X, Santiago. And Slade. Slade wins it. And there's Drew Whitner with control. Slade is going to come off. Horn is going to sub back in. And Whitner with that long stick, working his way toward the net, but we got a whistle. Missouri State called timeout, and I don't think Whitner is happy about that because he had him a goal, Jim.
Well, and I think the bench was looking at it as the front, that he was taking a lot of pressure and felt like there might be a potential turnover coming.
And we're going to take another break here at Game On Sports Network. Missouri State leading 9-5. We will return in just a second.
Yeah.
You didn't fade on that.
Evan, you got it.
Two on three, 1, 2, 3, go!
Come on. Let's get it. Got plenty of time to sleep.
It's 25 seconds max. 45.
All right, you guys are hot whenever you want to come back.
And we are back here at the Z-Plex. Missouri State leading Drury 9-5. Missouri State, after a quick timeout, retaining possession as we get back underway. And Marshall Swope with control, getting it over to his guy, Zach Logan. Logan with the goal today. Swope also with one. Logan wanted to get another, but he gets it back to Swope. And Swope's going to get it over to Cole. Cole back to Horn. Horn's got 2 goals. And Missouri State taking their time. Got a 4-goal lead. And they say time is on their side as long as they maintain possession. And Swope with 38 seconds left on the shot clock, but here comes Horn working himself toward the net. Horn with the feed gets it to Zach Logan for his 2nd goal of the day.
Missouri State's really tossing it around, looking for the matchup that they could take advantage of. Getting Drury off balance, going far side, just burying it down low, and that's exactly what you wanted to do.
And Missouri State now leading 10-5 over Drury with 7 minutes and 43 seconds left before halftime. 7:43 left before halftime. As West and Clark, West of Drury, number 1, Clark of number 24, Missouri State, winning that face-off. And they get up the field quick, wasting no time. Logan with it as he gets it back to Carson Ebert. Whitner going to sub out. In comes Horn. Also coming in, Jet Rollins, number 88, as he gets it over to Horn, and Rollins is going to sub out. Tyler Cole, he will return, and returning now. And there goes Horn. Trot to his left. And there's a goal, not quite. Swope. Marshall Swope had an opportunity for his second goal of the day as he fired that one just to the right of the net.
Yeah, Swope came in, took his man down, went lefty on it. Nice little left-handed shot, though.
And Logan getting it back to his guy, whip it. And that's a save. Carson Ebert had an opportunity there. But the goalie, Aiden Hagen, saying no, sir. And Hagen shutting down Missouri State again. That's twice in a row.
Again, another clear opportunity gone awry for Drury. They need to settle that thing down, make sure they can work that transition part of the game. They're doing great on both sides, just that transition's doing them in.
Andrew Field, 5 in the game for Drury now. And Drury gets it up the field with an opportunity. Richard Bison getting to his guy, Caleb Limpert. Limpert scoring the last goal for Drury. Limpert gets it back to West.
Carry low. Carry low.
And West out doing battle. Blake Seifert, number 12, harassing West. West gets away from him, and West tries to fire that in. Sam Siebert kicking that one to the side for a save. Reaches possession. Santiago.
Yeah, Siebert was looking for the hustle possession, didn't get the call. Drury retains.
And Drury cannot control, and here comes Missouri State. And they're saying offsides. I think the whistle was before, but Missouri State will maintain control. Ian Anderson, the man with the hat trick for Missouri State.
Well, they're going to give possession on the over back, and I think they negated negated the extra offensive player.
Yes, sir. Missouri State can't control that one. That's going to go back over to Drury.
You act like we want to be here.
And Mazia LaRue. There's Reichard, number 22, the big man. On the move. Reichard working himself toward the net. And then he gets it back to his guy. That was Patrick Labutis with an opportunity. Missouri State ball on the ground. Santiago losing his stick. And that goes back over to Missouri State. It's Drew Whitner, number 17. Missouri State back on the move. And there's Horn with possession. Had possession. Mizia LaRue checking that one away from him. There's Drury with an opportunity. Cooper Treptow had an opportunity, nothing doing. Missouri State has it again and back on the move. And Ian Anderson with it again, getting it over to his guy. That was Carson Ebert with an opportunity, but he holds on to it. He holds tight. Missouri State's going to sub a couple of guys in. And Ebert's going to get back to Tyler Cole. Marshall Swope has returned, picks up the ground ball, as has Horn. And Horn, slow trot, holds up.
Yeah, look for Missouri State to slow things down, work that shot that they're looking for, get the mismatch on the rotation.
3 minutes and 30 seconds of ticking in the second period right before halftime. And Missouri State taking advantage of that clock as they lead Drury 10-5, and here comes Swope. Getting it back to Anderson. Anderson spinning. And gets it over to his guy, and there's a whip just wide of the net, Tyler Cole. Tyler Cole was looking to extend that lead. And we're going to take a quick break as we will return here to Game On Sports Network in just a moment. And we're back here at Game On Sports Network. After that quick break, Missouri State leading Drury 10-5. Jake Lyons walking it off. Think he's going to be fine.
Well, Drury resettle here on the defensive side.
Hey, we sent a third shorty back on the field. We missed an opportunity.
Giuseppe Chiswick in the game, number 14. Rome Looper, number 12, also in the game for Drury. As Missouri State maintains possession. As we are now at the 3-minute mark of the second period. And the Bears, Anderson with a shot and a save. Hagen shutting him down at the front door. Aiden Hagen with a beautiful save as Drury getting on the move, but Missouri State not allowing it. Tyler Cole with the physicals on the defensive side of the rock. And here comes Missouri State. Missouri State go to call a quick timeout. They want to set something up. They want to make sure they get them some more points before halftime. We will return to Game On Sports Network in just a moment. Missouri State 10, Drury 5. And we're back here at the Z-Plex in Melissa, where Missouri State is leading Drury 10-5. 2:30 left to go before halftime. As Missouri State called a quick timeout to set themselves up for something nice where they could extend their lead before halftime.
Yeah, I would look at Missouri State come out, get a good, strong possession, draw that right matchup that they're looking for, and take advantage of it.
And there's Zach Logan, who's got 2 goals on the day. He had possession of it, number 37. But getting it back to Ian Anderson. Anderson, who has the hat trick for Missouri State. Ball is on the ground. Missouri's Horns got it, and he is shut down. Some good defense played by Drury on that possession. But Missouri State still has it. Andrew Philbin, number 5, mixing it up for Drury. in that scarlet red. A great uniform matchup. White on maroon and all red. White on maroon for Missouri State. All red, red helmets for Drury. Scarlet red. And Missouri State has it again. And here comes Logan. Logan whipping that one in, and Hagen saying no, sir.
Yeah, not really a good lane to take that shot, but Missouri State running out of time on the possession.
And there goes Drury on the move. That's number 18, Brock Billings. And he gets it into his guy. And there's Caleb Limpert. That's definitely going to draw a penalty. Drury is going to go a man up. And 1:14 to go before half.
Yeah, Jet Rollins came in and dropped that check.
And Limpert is up on his feet.
Yeah, just spin Limpert, but
Colin. Hey, get Colin.
I got it.
Limpert walking off on his own power means he's okay.
You want Philly and Colin?
And the refs ought to be coming over to announce the penalty momentarily. In just a moment. They're going to discuss it over and make sure they got the right person.
No, yeah, with the shorty.
And here comes Blue as we speak. It looks like they're going to get Rollins, Jet Rollins.
Minute 14, Steve. This is going to carry over, and the shot clock's going to carry over. Okay? We have White 88, legal body check, 2 minutes, full time.
They got Jet Rollins for an illegal body check. 2 minutes, Jim.
yeah, I mean, it's there. You know, I don't know. With the twists and turns and his body position, I don't know that that it warrants that, but it was there.
Avian West with control for Drury. They look to set something up. And they want to take advantage of this power play opportunity. And they got an opportunity right there. And shut down on the front door. 2 nice saves. Sam Siebert, the goalie for Missouri State, coming alive between the pipes for the Bears.
Yeah, that switching the field on him like that just does that power play. That's got to frustrate Drury no end.
And firing it up the field, number 17, Drew Whitner. But Hagen, the goalie for Drury, getting it back to his guy.
Gotta like that. A kid will come out of the crease and play a little lacrosse for you.
Yes, sir. Getting it up to Mazia LaRue. Santiago looked like he wanted to take a shot. But he got it back to his guy, Riker. Riker back to Santiago. Santiago fires, and he's wide of the net.
We got 17! Let's go, boys!
17 seconds on the power play. Or is that the shot clock? I believe it is the shot clock.
10, 9. Hey, guys, we got to stop losing shots back
And the
up.
game clock is ticking.
Oh, yeah, White! Yeah! Let's go, D! Yeah, D!
Red ball, red ball.
Hey, walk it in!
'Cause we got a timeout call. A lot going on here with the clock. And I think we're going to take a 30-second break. It's halftime, okay. Yeah, we having a situation with the clock where we are now at halftime, Jim. And Missouri State still leading Drury 10-5. And we're going to take this quick break here at Game On Sports Network, and we will return in a couple.
Somebody else said halftime. We got a bunch of different information. We've heard halftime, we've heard 46 seconds left.
That's why I killed him. If he had a clean kick, I wouldn't let him shoot him, but literally got you up and stepped over.
That makes sense. Isn't that his fault? Like all 4 teams have yelled the same.
There's an argument. There's definitely an argument.
I didn't think of it
That's
that way.
definitely
I get where you're coming
that's a good argument. That's a good argument.
All right.
I should have blown it sooner. Is the thing.
Okay. It's the first time I've ever seen it.
Sometimes we let it go on. Sometimes that ball might.
Usually we're like, you're just playing the overall of the sake. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, though.
Yes, yes, sir.
Nah, just don't eat it.
Nasty.
When he picked it up,
Are we off? Are we off the air? We're at break. Okay. Where's that smell?
There's a land manure place like right.
That's America.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do about it. It's a manure
Got to deal with it.
landfill.
Well, it's like I'm at Nebraska in the stockyards there.
Yeah, it's like right up. It's like right up there. Sorry.
Oh, that's worse. I've been to Hereford. I got family up in Amarillo and Floyd Data. So I know all about Hereford. Amarillo even. Get out the car and you can smell it.
Yep, start, and that's a reset shot clock.
It's only when the wind picks up bad that it's this bad.
Stop. Yep, those 2 buttons. I got you. So I thought I'd give us at least the referees to say, yes.
But I felt like at first I thought it was
Because he definitely stepped in. I could have. That's what you know what I'm saying? So just that, was it 18?
so yeah, you're right.
Perfect. You're right.
Because he actually, I knew he stepped over.
I could have gone for it.
I can't
6 on 6.
Okay, so you guys are doing great. Yeah. Sorry.
Is there somebody over there?
Yeah, so the guy in the white shirt and so both of them.
Okay. And that's always on timeouts and what else?
Timeout and
Okay, got
2
it.
minutes. Timeout, 2 minutes. Yes, and so I want you to tell them about you guys so they can give you guys shout outs on the air.
Okay.
All right, so you were asking about the DJs. So here's the DJ. So give them. We're gonna do a shot of the DJ booth with you guys when we come back from halftime. So just give them a shout out because they're providing music all weekend long.
Okay, yeah,
So
y'all been great.
give him all your information.
Any songs you want to hear?
I was playing what I want to hear. Fire up, set it off every time I hear it.
Well, that's what we were using as Missouri State's goal song until he was like, "That's not Turnpike." We're like, "Oh, your player said they wanted a different song."
Oh, the coach made you stop it?
He was like, "I'm the coach. I make the calls."
I'm good. How are you
Fair
doing?
enough. All right.
I've been trying to face the
So
Lakers
7
for
cannons.
7
halftime.
Cannons Entertainment.
Yeah, I'll
7
turn back
Cannons
around in a minute.
Yeah, right.
Is that all you want to say? 7 Cannons Entertainment? No personalized shout out?
Yeah, like an example of this is our first.
Instagram account.
Yeah, our Instagrams, 7 Cannons Entertainment. Facebook, 7 Cannons Entertainment.
For your wedding.
How are you?
All the things, parties, weddings.
Yeah, that's what I keep
Man,
saying.
go for it. Go for it. We appreciate the follow.
And that shit page on Instagram.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're not doing Twitter because I talk far too much shit on Twitter. To have any of my business stuff linked to my Twitter.
Twitter's a cesspool.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
that's where I go to talk shit about professional hockey.
is you a Stars fan?
Oh yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah. I got season tickets in the lower 113.
So did you see the Avalanche fans crying the other night about the refs and they had 6 power plays?
Yeah.
And the first goal they scored was an illegal screen. You didn't,
Yeah, it was
didn't get
interference.
whistles for
Yeah,
that. Yeah, you didn't get whistled for that.
Oh no, we gonna get them in 5 games, I think.
Oh yeah, it's done.
Like they.
Sucks is that could be the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh, it had been the Western Conference Finals with, but shit, it seems every year Dallas has the hardest road to the Cup. Last year we played Vegas round 1.
That was tough. Now they got the Avalanche.
Now we got
they
the
got to deal with Edmonton, which I hate Edmonton.
I don't like Edmonton. Edmonton can kick rocks for all I care.
They disgust me. That's part of my teenage years when I was growing up, and the Stars moved here when I was in senior high.
Yeah.
A funny story. Marchman, his dad used to play for Edmonton.
Yeah.
He was public enemy #1 in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which we love Mason Marchman.
Yeah, we love him.
So
I hated his
so I'm like friends with like all the players' wives because at warm-ups, like where I stand, they all come down there, and I'm there every single game. So I was like, if y'all need people moved, you let me know. Y'all on the ice is the most important thing. But so like I've fostered a relationship with all the wives now.
You gotta be careful with that. Because the thing is, and I mean, most of them they gonna be respected.
Yeah.
But you know, it's always one.
Yeah. Which being in with the wives, I've gotten to meet and hang out with the players, get to do music for the players, like kids' birthday parties, shit like that. Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. And then we were at a cop event that Fred was put.
I got involved with it, and I was telling Jim, that's what I want to do. I want to get to the collegiate level. I want to play always.
Right on.
Hockey's definitely on my bucket list to do play-by-play. Because that's a beautiful game, too.
It's so much fun. I love hockey.
Seeing it on TV don't do it no justice either.
Yeah.
Gotta go to a game. Hey, we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk at you some more.
Absolutely.
Family.
Offense, come on.
And we're back here at the Z-Plex, returning out of halftime where Missouri State is leading Drury 10-5. My name is Matthew Bryce. I am your play-by-play guy. Jim Dixon, he's bringing you all the elite color content with X's and O's and fundamental breakdowns of the beautiful game that we know is lacrosse. Give a big shout out to Seven Cannons Entertainment as they have provided all the tunes and great music for scoring updates, for scorings, as well as timeouts. 10-5 Missouri State. As we get started for the second half, Drury is on a power play that is carrying over from the first half. It was a 2-minute power play. And Jim, can Drury take advantage here?
Well, I don't know if they can. They certainly need to. They need to. You know, we're down to a half a game left for them, and they need to eat up some of this distance between them and Missouri State.
Colin Mazia LaRue had an opportunity. He had Sam Siebert dead to rights for a power play goal, and Siebert shut him down on the front door as Missouri State starts with control now. And Missouri State, that's number 12. That was number 12 for Missouri State, Blake Seifert. getting it up the field. And now Zach Logan getting it over to his man, Amari Horn. Horn back to Logan. Santiago, Isaac Santiago has been active for Drury today. And now for Drury, that's number 11, Garrett Limpert. Getting in on the physical action. But Swope, Marshall Swope, back on the move. And Missouri State, we're all even now as the power play has been killed. And subbing in, there's number 16, Tyler Cole.
Missouri State's going to go into a setup here, get a nice rotation, see if they can draw a favorable matchup.
And Horn going to get it over. Back to his guy, Zach Logan. Zach Logan, he's been active offensively and defensively. He's got 2 goals today, as does Amari Horn. Horn has 2 goals. Ian Anderson with a hat trick in the first half of Missouri State. And here comes Carson Ebert. Ebert has not gotten on the scoreboard, but he has been close, and he has been active defensively. And ball on the ground, in the air, back on the ground, and picking up the ground ball. There is Marshall Swope. And Missouri State, there's Swope winding up, firing one. Santiago, Isaac Santiago, taking one for the team for Drury.
Ducked into that, goalie's best friend.
Absolutely. When you got defensemen that'll sacrifice their bodies for you.
He can't be in the net.
And the refs are going to discuss over something. I think the coach for Drury, he was wanting a penalty. Nonetheless, Missouri State still with possession. And Carson Ebert going to start control. I think they're trying to reset the clock. We have had clock stoppage. I think they're trying to reset it and get things back up.
Oh, without running the game clock is what you're saying? Okay. Can you run 15 on your phone? Yep. Sorry?
Game clock is an issue, it seems. As we know, nothing in life is ever perfect, Jim. Even computers.
They're the least perfect.
Absolutely. Because you can't control, I mean, you can control them, but you can't control them.
So we're going to 65. Ready, ma'am?
65 seconds on the shot clock. And there's Carson Ebert controlling. Getting it over to his guy, Ian Anderson. Anderson getting a screen from Horn. Drury in his passing lanes, in his lanes for a shot. Now, excuse me, 65 seconds had ticked off the shot clock. So there was 15 seconds left as that was a shot clock violation.
Yeah, and Missouri State felt that coming, wanted to roll it out, give them the least possible favorable field position to Drury.
And there's a shot and a goal. Avian West, goal number 4 for Drury, bringing it to 10-6.
Yeah, West just settled up on that outside of that wing, felt no pressure on him, had that turnaround, and of course it drained the back of the net. But Missouri State was still in the process of resettling the defense. Felt that open up for him.
And
kind of eyes in the back of the head deal.
Absolutely. Avian West displaying some great offensive talent today for Drury. As they stay within 4, this has been an entertaining game on both ends. Missouri State 10, Drury 6. Both of these teams located out of Springfield, Missouri, made the trip down here for the LSA tournament.
Think they rode together? Carpool?
I mean, logistically, it would make sense. And it'd probably save some money. Everybody chip in, go half on the bus. Why not? I mean, we don't know if that was the case, but Jim provided a great question.
I'm pretty sure it was not. Especially after that 7-9 loss last week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very tight loss a week ago in Missouri State. They looking to build here. They want to stop. Drury does have some momentum, and they want to put a stop to that. Amari Horn controlling.
Yeah, at this point, the best thing Drury can do is keep chipping away, sneak in goals, play good defense, see if they can hold them off.
I'll tell you what, and on that last possession, Camden Slade of Missouri State was cutting up the crease towards the net, and Drury on the defensive side shut that down. But Drury with an opportunity, nothing doing. The goalie, there's Sam Siebert shutting that one down for Missouri State. We've seen some great goalie play from both teams as well. Sam Siebert of Missouri State, Aiden Hagen of Drury. Got to tip your hat to both of these guys. If they've had to deal with some great offensive talent from each team, but they showed up ready to play today.
Yeah, Jet Rollins on the tail end of that scrum, where Missouri State was looking not the cleanest of clears, but Rollins was Johnny on the spot, pick that up at the midfield line, get that in the offensive zone where they could set things up.
And Zach Logan winding up for a bounce shot trying to get another goal in, but there was Isaac Santiago right there providing some great defensive help for his goalie, Hagen. And there's Slade with a shot and a goal. He bounces that one in, getting that one by Hagen.
Yeah, just set up great on that inside post. Got Hagen looking on that outside edge where he was headed, kind of a cross-body shot, but had some zip on it.
And Missouri State now leading 11-6. Big bounce-back goal scored by Camden Slade after Drury got it to within 10-6. And Missouri State said, we need to keep you guys at bay. And Santiago of Drury and Clark, Missouri State, they face off. Here comes Horn. Down the middle of the field, gets it to his guy, gets it to Logan, and they get a goal. And they may call, they're calling it a goal. Okay. Zach Logan, the hat trick. I thought they were going to get him for being in the crease.
No, Logan was being pushed in. All he had to do is get his hands free, but being pushed into the goal crease. And once you've done that, you're free and clear.
And that's why you are here, Jim, to give that fundamental breakdown of what happened and why Missouri State was still credited to the goal, which gives them a 12-6 lead over Drury. And that's the second hat trick of the day for Missouri State. Zach Logan getting that one. And we say thank you again for tuning in to Game On Sports Network. My name is Matthew Bryce. That is Jim Dixon with the elite fundamental calls of the beautiful game we know as lacrosse. You can follow Game On at all platforms, TikTok, Twitter, X formerly known as Twitter, where the handle is Game On Sports Net, Instagram, Game On Sports, Facebook, Game On Sports, TikTok, Game On Sports. And they just got Garrett Limpert for a cross check. He has to sit down for 1 minute as Missouri State now on the power play.
Yeah, Limpert was coming across the middle, just got his hands a little bit wide on it and ended up in the box.
Missouri State, they looking to build. Tyler Cole getting it over to Horn. Horn was cutting towards the net, but a little bit out of his zone. And then Marshall Swope fires up a goal, fires up one towards the net, just wide. And Missouri State still with possession on the power play. Looking to get back in this. They want more. Logan off the pole. Actually a save, great save from Hagen, the goalie for Drury. Knocking that one aside. Horn restarts possession for Missouri State. There's Logan. And Logan getting it around to Cole. Cole going to get it back to Logan. And Logan being harassed by Mizia LaRue.
Logan felt like he had that shot and then just had to get his hands free. Nice defense. They crossed up on him, and that closed down that defense. Nice little shot from the far side.
And Missouri State taking advantage of that power play. And I believe that was number 16. Was that Tyler Cole?
I believe it was 11. Swope.
Well, that will be Marshall Swope's second goal of the day.
I believe that's right. We can credit both.
Sounds like a plan to me. As Missouri State now leading 13-6 over Drury. Missouri State starting to turn it on a little bit. And there's Jet Rollins, number 88. After Keegan Clark won the face-off, Rollins gets up the left side of the field. Wearing that number 88, reminiscent. Guys like Lynn Swan, Michael Irvin, Al Toon, if you're a Jets fan.
I have no 88s.
Have no 88s?
No 88s that I love. Tony Merriweather.
Tony Merriweather.
Tony Merriweather, famed North Texas great, Tony Merriweather.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. That means you're a real football fan.
That's true.
There's Amari Horn is looking to get in. He took a shot. Ian Anderson getting that one in for another Missouri State goal.
Yeah, just right on Hagen, right on his chest protector. Good stop for him, just a bad bounce. Rolled in across the goal line, but just right on Hagen.
Ian Anderson with goal number 4 for Missouri State today as the Bears go up 14-6. 8 minutes and 21 seconds left in this third period. And Keegan Clark winning that face-off again. Here comes Rollins once again, helping this guy Clark out. Clark going to sub out. Rollins taking around the backside of the net and then gets it over the Swope. And Swope going to dance around, gets a screen from Ebert. And Horn getting it back to Rollins. Rollins back to Cole.
Yeah, and this is stock and trade for Missouri State. This perimeter offense just rotated around, let the boa constrictor do its thing, and you know, you do it enough, you'll close the door, but you got to take care of the ball.
Have to take care of the ball, and that, speaking of devil, that's going to go over to Drury.
Hey, Patty, right here on the numbers. Patty, right here.
Camden Slade, yeah, a little bit too much on it.
Stretch, Berta, stretch.
And now Drury, they're going to get up the field now.
Run it.
Drury want to get back in this before it gets too out of control. Patrick Labutis, number 8. He gets it over to Isaac Santiago. Santiago going to take his time. As Drury, they want to set up something offensively. They're going to sub a couple of guys in and out. Brock Billings, number 18, is going to come in. Number 22, Nathan Reichart. He's going to check in for Drury. Reichart has gotten on the board today for Drury as well. Played some good defense, played some good offense. Santiago on the move. Wheeling in, and that one, kick save. Sam Siebert, the nice save. And we got a timeout. Missouri State We're going to take a quick break here on Game On Sports Network. Missouri State 14, Drury 6.
Offense, do you guys want to run 42 for the play that Tasty drew up the other day?
I don't remember what Tasty drew up, so probably 42.
All right, so here's how we're going to do 42. And Colin, I'm going to have you play as a midi. You're going to be our distraction. Okay, so let's 42 is where we set up a just run that top side sweep. Everyone clears out. Let's get a righty with a shorty on the dot. Just take that to lead, you're going to get a goal. If anything, you're probably going to end up with a goal. With a shot on tape.
Hey, I want to take attack.
Here we go. Let's go, family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Family!
Pretty quick here. It's actually going to be left side. So, Cal, that may be your look. No. Avian.
640 stamps.
Hey, 4 up high.
Oh, hey, we good?
No, you got 30 seconds
Hey,
left.
stamps, 30 seconds. Hold. No, that was me giving you the thumbs up that I love you. Earmuffs are still up. Hold on. 15 seconds. I hate TV.
From Australia.
What's the TV timeout?
We're playing.
The red hat. Yeah.
And we are back here at Game On Sports Network. Missouri State leading 14-6, but Drury trying to build some momentum and trying to get back on the scoreboard and cut into this 8-goal lead by the Bears. But not taking care of the ball, that will get you in trouble.
Not the best way to do that.
That'll get you in trouble every time. Jaden Gennaros getting that one in, and there's Seifert firing that one. He was firing that one towards the net. The Drury goalie was not between the pipes. There was no one there. Blake Seifert saw an opportunity, took it, and he went just wide right. I cannot blame him. High IQ play. And Missouri State with an opportunity to build on their 14-6 lead. Taking advantage of some clock and a nice 8-goal lead. They're going to pass it around a little bit, Jim.
Certainly want to disrupt this ride of Drury, make them work a little bit, but pull these guys out to the perimeter. Drury's not really having anything to do with it.
And Tyler Cole firing one just to the right of the net. But Missouri State still with it. Amari Horn with an opportunity. Got by Rome Looper. And now Drury is going to take advantage as they possess now. Missouri State could not control that one. As they bring this one up, get it to midfield, cannot control. Missouri State with it once again as they get back on the move. And they look to set up the offense.
You got three attackmen going at it. Drury's basically resettling on defense, and Missouri State wisely goes back through X, lets the offense take care of itself, replenish, get the personnel you want on the field, and then just work the perimeter and see what you can make happen.
And there's Carson Ebert, like Siskel and Ebert. Ebert working his way toward the net, the big man. He's got someone in his hip pocket. That is number 7, Colin Mizia LaRue. He's been active on the defensive side of the things today for Drury. And there's number 1, Camden Slade. Getting it over to Swope. Swope getting it back to his guy. That was number 16, Tyler Cole, with a shot. But Hagen said no, sir.
Hagen was set up on that pipe and just had to ride it all the way in.
And look at number 17, Big Drew Whitner. Missouri State sideline getting fired up. Behind Whitner doing his thing. There's Jet Rollins jetting his way towards the net. Horn trying to get it to Swope. Swope cannot control. Missouri State had an opportunity. The Swope was right there at the net. Could have gotten one home. Could not finish. And now here comes Drury again, Jim.
Just unpressured. They're going to let him have the midline.
Can Drury take advantage? And red Drury offsides. And now Missouri State is going to take back over.
Just a little loss of focus.
And the coach from Drury not necessarily too happy, but I think Missouri State just turned it over themselves, and that is going to go back to Drury. Drury has had some opportunities to get back in this. But
the little things just keep derailing them.
And the little things in every sport, this is every sport, if you don't do the little things, they will turn into big things, and you'll find yourself in trouble. But Drury is on the move. That is Caleb Limpert with an opportunity. And there's the goalie, number 3, Sam Siebert.
Yeah, Siebert's in the crease, does a little fake toss to clear guys off of him, and then goes to work back behind the net.
And Siebert doing a great job shutting things down for Missouri State. And now the Bears, who too have had some more opportunities to extend their lead. Let's see if they can take advantage. Time is on their side. And a nice, sizable 8-goal lead is they lead Missouri State, leading Drury 14-6, just in case you just tuned in to Game One Sports Network. Missouri State has been very good today. Ian Anderson, the lead scorer, with 4 goals today. And right behind him, Zach Logan with 3 of his own.
Yeah, again, shot off the wing. Hagen with a nice stop, standing on the top side pipe, just had to step out, step to the ball, make the stop, and then the clear halters.
And Drury gets themselves in trouble again, not taking care of the ball, as it does go back over to Missouri State. And the Bears. Camden Slade, number 1, with possession. Fires one towards the net after a spin-off just to the left of the net. But Missouri State will retain possession as they have the opportunity. They have a golden opportunity to take advantage. But let's see if Drury can muster up some confidence on defense. That's a shot to the wide left of the net. That was number 16, Tyler Cole. And now, Missouri State still looking to add more.
Yeah, and they're just more than happy to play on the perimeter.
And there's another shot wide right.
That last one reset the clock because it was actually on the pipes. Hagen stopped that.
Carson Ebert firing that one up. Ebert has been close a few times today. He'll get one eventually. Missouri State continuing to lead 14-6 with a fresh new 80 seconds. But look at Drury. That's number 16, Richard Bison, getting in on the physicalities. Number 18, Brock Billings, they're joining him.
Yeah, Slade with a nice little pickup back through X to keep it live from Missouri State.
And Ebert, there it is! Getting that one top right side of the net as Carson Ebert gets his first goal of the day, extending Missouri State's lead to 15-6.
Hagen had it great, set up right where it was. That shot, it was right in your game on wheelhouse because we were looking right at it. And Hagen, all he had to do was close that down a little bit, which he did, and they went top corner on him, and not a thing you can do about it coming in at 90.
Carson Ebert firing up that heater and giving the Bears a 9-goal lead as we get towards the end of the third period. 41 seconds left and ticking, and Drury tries to get on the move. That's Avian West. West with 4 goals today for Drury. And here comes Drury. There's number 22, Nathan Reichert. He also has a goal today for Drury. There's number 6, Caleb Limpert. Getting active. 27, Isaac Cartwright in the game for Drury. And Missouri State shutting them down defensively. Drew Whitner getting in the way of that last shot. No to no avail. Reichert had another shot at it and wide left. As Drury will maintain possession.
Siebert hustling to the end line on that, and thought he had a good shot at getting it.
Had an opportunity, but nothing doing as we wrap up the third period here in Melissa at the Z-Plex. Missouri State 15, Drury 6. We will return to Game One Sports Network in just a moment.
That one was absolutely perfect. Yeah. Right here, and he put everything he had.
Defense, we got to recover quicker. Quick in, quick out. Go back out on the man. Go right. Go family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family! 30. Coach. Hey, Gert, stay this side. Stay this side. Give me this side, -5. Yours, give me a far side, shorty.
And we are back here at the Z-Plex in Melissa, Texas for the Lowe's.
Oh. We are back here at the Z-Plex in Melissa, Texas, Lone Star Alliance Conference Tournament by way of MCLA. Missouri State leading Drury 15-6. My name is Matthew Bryce. I have your play-by-play. My man, Jim Dixon. He is on the call giving you the elite X's and O's breakdown of this beautiful game known as lacrosse. And we get back to the X for the final period. Isaac Santiago, number 26 for Drury. Number 24, Keegan Clark of Missouri State. But Santiago staying with it.
Stays with it, benefits.
Absolutely. And Missouri State trying to start this fourth period off on a high note. And they need something right away because Missouri State has all the momentum. Putting up 5 goals in that last period. It's 10-5 at halftime. They went on a 5-1 run in the third to extend that lead. Avian West, number 1, you see him with possession for Drury. Avian has 4 goals today for Drury. He has been fantastic. And tries to get him another one. But that's the goalie, number 3, Sam Siebert. Johnny on the spot for Missouri State. Missouri State on the move as they got something going, and they fired that one in for a goal. Marshall Swope with the hat trick.
Yeah, nice little fast break offense. They went attacking quick. Had Sam Seifert, or Blake Seifert, clear at midfield and just hit him on the run, and that was the start of it.
Beautiful execution of a fast break as Missouri State now leading 16-6. They have a 10-goal lead now. And both teams switching things up on the Fogo. Now, Santiago is still in there right now, but this time it's Camden Slade for Missouri State. Mixing it up, controlling the face-off and winning. Going to get it over to his guy. There's number 7.
Nice little way to draw the double dump and keep that offense strolling. I have to say, this is 2 quality Division II teams. I mean, both these squads are very good.
Lots of fundamental skill on both sides of this matchup, offensively and defensively, and some great goalie play from both teams as well. Both teams well coached. And there's Santiago trying to get him one. But Siebert, he's shutting him down. Now you see West back there mixing it up.
Avian West came in and just killed the clear. Nice little hustle.
And there's Santiago, cannot control it. That's going to get it back. That Labutis is going to control for Drury. And you see 2 teams, Jim, they are getting after it. They're making each other work. Missouri State making Drury work. Drury has made Missouri State work for everything. As that one is wide. And Missouri State with control. And there's Blake Seifert. Going to get it over to Tyler Cole. Tyler Cole going to bring it up the side of the field.
Eat that last little check on the midline and then come down.
And Cole still with it. And now gets it on the backside of the net. Ian Anderson, the man. Carson Ebert scored a goal just a few moments ago for Missouri State. And getting it over to Jet Rollins. Ebert still has it. Trying to set Rollins up. They fake the pass off. Rollins swings around, and Ebert still has it. But Santiago
with a nice little yard sale check there, unpressured down to the transition.
And beautiful Santiago feeding Avian West for his 5th goal of the day, keeping Missouri State in it as best as they can.
Yeah, nice little roll down, but Santiago obviously starting that thing up.
Santiago with some great defense and then getting on the fast break. He feeds his man Avian West. Avian West with 5 goals today. And now Missouri State now leading 16-7. And West is now the Fogo, earning Fogo privileges for Drury. Keaton Clark had it momentarily. And Drury back with it.
Drury picking the right time to get after it.
And Mizia LaRue, Colin Mizia LaRue, the long stick midi, number 7 for Drury. he has been very, very active today, continuing to get after it. And Santiago taking on Clark. Got a Fogo-on-Fogo matchup. Santiago getting it to his guy, but nothing doing. Caleb Limpert had a shot at it. And you got some guys over at the Missouri State side of the bench. They're saying that Drury had someone in the crease.
And they did.
And now they're going to sub out Missouri State. Is Jed Holiday had control, drops it at midfield. Back in is Amari Horn. Controlling and getting back to Carson Ebert. And Ebert's going to take his time. We've seen Missouri State time and time again here in the second half take advantage of a nice lead and an 80-second shot clock. As they are now leading 16-7. And we're approaching the 10-minute mark left in the game. But Missouri State, they're going to milk some clock and try to build on the lead that they have. Guys on the bench letting them know they got 40 seconds left on the shot clock. What are teammates for? And here is Missouri State. Ian Anderson. Getting it back to his guy. There's Ebert. Maintain and control of the ground ball. Gets him a screen.
Needs to work quick.
Isaac Cartwright, number 27, was right there. There's Horn. Horn with the shots. No, sir. Aiden Hagen, the goalie for Drury, shutting it down on the front door.
Yeah, just right on his stick. He was right where he set it up. He snuffed that out before the shot was off.
And there, Mizia LaRue. Colin Mizia LaRue, number 7, getting it to West. Mr. West getting it back to his guy. There's Riker. Treptow, Cooper Treptow, number 32. Trying to work his way into a shot. But he's got number 17. He's got Drew Whitner in his hip pocket. Whitner not letting anything come easy today. Santiago getting back to the net with a shot. No, sir. Sam Siebert showing up again. There goes Missouri State on the move and a shot. Nothing doing. Blake Seifert. Great save by Hagen.
Yeah, the start of that was Siebert coming, reading that shot, coming out well outside the crease to shut it down, and then getting it transition mid where they just had to roll downhill, and nice little play from them to eat up some clock.
Avian West getting it to Nathan Reichard. And Reichard back to West. Then he's going to feed it to his guy. There's a shot. And just wide of the net, Braden Crow. Crow had a nice opportunity. Had he gathered it a little bit sooner, had full control, he had a better opportunity to get him one. But Drury still controlling. And now here comes Drury. They're trying to get back into this game, but they have to do something immediately and right away. Patrick Labutis to the left of the net. West brings it back in. Crow gives him a screen. And great defense by Jet Rollins. Look at Jet Rollins mixing it up. And Reichard cannot control. And that one is controlled and picked up. There's Drew Whitner again. Drew Whitner's been very, very active on the defensive side, but Missouri State gives it right back.
Yeah, Whitner came off his cover, collapsed back, pick up that ground ball, created space by coming back, and then getting it to midfield. Nice little play, kind of fell apart from there.
Labutis turns it over. Here comes Tyler Cole. And Cole trying to work his way open. Labutis right there in his hip pocket. Get it over to Amari Horn. Amari Horn. 2 goals scored by Horn today. Offensively and defensively himself. And there's Marshall Swope. He has a hat trick today. Less than 7 minutes to go. Swope on the move. Just wide and high. And Missouri State maintaining control. And the ref calling for a reset. One ref thought it was a reset of the full 80-second clock. Going to talk it over with the other ref. And they're trying to work it out. Ref saying there's 40 seconds left on the shot
I will.
clock.
Why don't you let me worry about him? You worry about him, and then you ask me. Fucking 12. Fucking, he weighs 130 pounds, and you're gonna sit here and talk shit to him when you're up 11. You got fucking red hair. How about that?
And a beautiful conversation being had between the coaches here, Jim. Nice spirited conversation.
I like it when they, especially when they're from the same town.
They right down the block from each other. Coach told me, hey man, let's meet up today. I know we both in Springfield, but Whataburger down the street. Let's go to Whataburger on the way back to Springfield. How that sound, Coach? And the other coach told me, hey, as long as you buy me a number 2.
I just have visions of wives hitting each other with shopping carts.
All right, all right, all right.
As time continues to tick off, and we are less than 6 minutes to go here in the 4th period. Missouri State getting another goal on the board, making it 17-7. Marshall Swope with goal number 4 today for himself.
Yeah, Swope with a nice little turnaround, drew his pressure man, trying to do a lift check and getting him out of position, just having that thing open up on the backside. But certainly taking advantage of it.
And take advantage he did, as Missouri State now leads 17-7. And we head back to the X. Little less than 6 minutes left in the game. And Missouri State wanting to shut this one down. But Drury, the men in scarlet, will not go quietly. And Keegan Clark delivering a shot. That was number 12, Rome Looper. Looper has been active for Drury today, but Missouri State with possession.
I don't know what was better, the flip out of bounds or Tyler Cole picking it up on the direct hop. That was pretty handy.
It was very handy indeed. We have seen some great skill today displayed by both teams.
I mean, it was no catching a foul ball with a baby or anything, but he was drinking water and dropped his stick and picked it up with one hand.
And a beautiful feed and a beautiful finish. Swope getting it to Amari Horn. Horn with the hat trick for Missouri State.
Yeah, Horn getting his hands free right up top, going top side, beating Hagen. Hagen was set up great, just given that little bit of space to work in. He took advantage.
And Amari Horn giving Missouri State an 18-7 lead here. And we got just a little more than 5 minutes left in the game. About 5:09 left as we head back to the X. And Clark went a little bit too quick. Santiago is going to control for Drury. Just in case you just tuned in to Game One Sports Network, we are here at the Z-Plex in Melissa, Texas, the Lone Star Alliance Conference Tournament. My name is Matthew Bryce. I'm on the call today. My man Jim Dixon providing you with all the elite fundamental breakdowns when it comes to the X's and O's of this beautiful game that we know as lacrosse. And, Jim, you have been outstanding today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your breakdowns.
My pleasure. Any day, any Friday I'm not in the office is a good Friday with me.
I hear that. Missouri State cannot control. That's going to go back over to Drury. In control of a Drury, it's number 18, Brock Billings, with the long stick. And Billings is going to try to get it up to his guy. And that was on the ground, trying to get it to Treptow. But Missouri State came away with it. That was Blake Seifert getting it over to Ian Anderson. Anderson on the move.
Yeah, Seifert with a nice little ground ball. He's got a ton this season. And he's down looking, hustle, and anytime there's a 50-50 ball, he's trying to pick that up.
And Anderson went to get another shot, and Brock Billings stepping in with some great defense for Drury. As Missouri State now going to take their time. Marshall Swope with control. Getting it over to his guy. That's number 7, Jed Holliday. Holliday got it back to Swope. Swope trying to get it to Horn. Horn cannot control. Missouri State turns it over. Right around 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth period. Missouri State trying to shut this one down. Drury not going quietly. They're still hustling and playing hard. Number 11, Garrett Limpert, getting it up to Treptow. And then Treptow getting up to his guy. They got a breakaway. And there's number 6, Caleb Limpert, getting Drury back on the scoreboard. That's goal number 2 for Caleb Limpert today.
Yeah, he took off just on the streak and came topside down that alley, got the goalie to commit topside and open that thing up for him on the downside, and just put it where he couldn't get it.
And Missouri State's lead now down to 18-8 as Drury still showing up and still playing hard. Which you have to respect. And here comes Drury again as Rome Looper had it momentarily, got to take it away from him. Caught a check. And then we got Camden Slade getting it back to Swope. Swope going to put it on the ground for Horn. Horn subbing in as Drew Whitner comes out. And Horn going to control. Gets it back over to Ebert momentarily. Ebert getting it back to Swope. And Swope back to his guy, Tyler Cole. Here comes Jet Rollins, jetting towards the net. But some good defense on display. That's West. West and Limpert. Garrett Limpert. And Rollins getting a shot off. But Hagen kicking that one aside. Missouri State maintaining control.
More importantly, they got the clock running, and they've just had a reset. Really need to take care of the ball, keep this on the offensive zone.
Well, they got it back right there. There's Tyler Cole, number 16, and delivering a shot to Rome Looper. Getting it in.
I thought they were going to call it. He was the ref was down on the low side, just straightening his pants. I thought he was going for the flag. I was like, he didn't drop his head.
I thought he was going to reach for it as well, but, I thought wrong. And there's
the bell. It wasn't a penalty, just needed a bell.
And now Missouri State just working a little bit of clock now as we are much less than 2 minutes. We are approaching the 1 minute mark as they get a shot off. And that was Ebert with another shot. Missouri State maintaining control as Marshall Swope. Exactly 1 minute left. And Missouri State going to get out of here with a Nice win today over Drury. But Drury still going to play hard down the stretch. Garrett Limpert, number 11.
Well, they didn't come here to be shrieking violets. They came down here to play lacrosse, and they're going to finish it out.
Absolutely, as they should.
Both these squads, I'm impressed with both of them. Both these quality squads.
You got to tip your hat to both Drury and Missouri State as they both played hard and gave it a great effort. And look at the goalie, Hagen. He shut down Marshall Swope.
Nice little clear. Missed his man by a head.
And Seifert continuing to be active in the game. Number 15, also for Missouri State, it was Matthew Zimmerman. Zimmerman mixing it up a little bit. Taking a couple of guys out, delivering some checks.
I don't know that I'd want to get tangled up with Zimmerman.
And that's going to do it. Missouri State, 18. Drury, 8. In this second matchup here on field number 1 out here at the Z-Plex, the Lone Star Alliance Conference Tournament. We've had some fun today.
We have. We're only halfway done, Matthew.
Only halfway done. Yeah, we're not done just yet. We still got a little bit ways to go. But, you know, ain't no other place I'd rather be, if I'm being honest.
Hey, I'm not at the office.
There you go. You off today. You out here at the lacrosse field. As you get a good look at the highlights. As you can see the clinic that Missouri State put on. Drury did make them work for it as they put up 8 goals themselves. But 18 goals as opposed to those 8. Cannot be mad at that. And that was game number 2 here on field number 1. Game number 3 is coming up. The TCU Horned Frogs, the Kansas Jayhawks. They're going to mix it up here real quick. That game is scheduled to start at 5, but I don't think it'll start at 5. I think they're going to give them a few minutes to warm up.
I don't even see Kansas here yet. Now this is kind of cool the way they set this up. It kind of mirrors what the MCLA National Championship looks like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody, there are concession stands open in the big gray building right across the way over here. And there are tournament shirts at the front entrance over by the bathrooms. The concession stand will be open until 7 o'clock.
For those who are here and watching at the same time, concession stands open over in the gray building until 7 o'clock.
If you're just sitting around the house and, you know, needed a hot dog, place to stop by.
Absolutely. And again, my name is Matthew Bryce. That is Jim Dixon. Game On Sports Network. We say thank you on behalf for tuning in. My man Chris, he up here on the camera.
Score's working. On the pad, let's just run it there. The system's in play. I can go get my cell phone charger. We're good. I don't know about the other one. Do you have backups for those? I have 3 bags. 30 seconds. One bag was free.
And that was our highlight package put together by the illustrious Fred Garner. As you just saw, Missouri State with a nice 18-8 victory over Drury. On behalf of Game On Sports, we will return here in a few minutes. But for those who cannot return, we say thank you for tuning in. I am Matthew. That is Jim Dixon. God bless and Game On.
There. All right, y'all go.
All right, hold on to the restroom.
What is the next one?
They keep saying 5.
Nobody knows for